Now let's look at 3C. I think one student as well, absent. Nur Ain Najibah, are you here? Ain Najibah from 3C.
Yes, madam.
What happened to you last week?
Um,
Did you
I
join
could
our
not
class?
open my future.
You did join our class.
Yes.
Okay, right. So present, yeah. Alright, so please call your friend. Yeah, we are about to start, almost 11:15. I just gave what we call it few times, especially for, if I'm not mistaken, 3C or 5D that have a class this morning. Okay, there are a few topics that we are going to cover this week. Perhaps, let's take a look here. Okay, perhaps you already have your topics. Okay, we have decided to have like 10 groups, 10 groups only. Yeah, hold on, yeah, because right now like we have like 27 in this class. Yours is 27. 5, this is 3C. And then 3C, 27. We have new students, yeah, join us. 27, 5D, how many of you? 5D, now we have 20 students. So in total, we have like 47. Okay, all right, okay. Then it should be okay. Okay, you can start thinking of the topic, and please, by end of this class, perhaps you already have your topic. Okay, because you need to write your chapter 1 after this. Okay, let's look at the what we call it, the first slide, which is definition of a report. So far, how many? We have 40. We are still waiting for a few more students, but I'm not sure whether you are sharing the device or not. I hope ada a few of you yang share the device. Alright, let's start ya. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so this is a definition of report. I really hope that uh, you have gone through everything. I think my slides as well. Read everything before you come and join my class. Okay, so a document containing an orderly and objective examination of a situation or problem. Okay, it sets out relevant information, findings, conclusion, and or all recommendations. It is also directed to a particular reader or audience for a specific purpose. So this is basically the definition of report. All right, what else? There are two categories of report. Just now you look at the definition, and now these are two categories of reports. Okay, number one, we have informational report, and the second one, we have analytical report. Hold on, yeah, someone asking to join. Next time, please join using UITM account so that you don't have to request to join anymore. All right. Okay. So these are the differences. Okay, between these two categories, which are informational and analytical. For informational report, okay, quite short. Subject matter may be a routine occurrence. Okay, present factual information without analysis. Sometimes spatial printed forms are provided, conclusions are given, and for example, accident report, progress report. So these types of report fall under informational report. Okay. However, for analytical report, vary in length. Okay, it can be 1 page to 1 book. Okay, written on a particular issue or problem. combine factual information with analysis and evaluation, usually in a fixed format. Both recommendation and conclusion are given. Okay, so for example, market research report and feasibility report. So these are only the example. Okay. Okay, so these are the functions of report. Okay, to give information, to report findings, and to put forward ideas. So these are basically three functions of report. Okay, number one is to give information. For example, let's say if you want to share anything, or you want to report about what we call it, tasks that you have done, you want to report to your manager, then you have to write a progress report. Okay, so this is just example. Okay, and then you have to provide all information about the task, to report everything to your manager. Okay, and then this one to report finding, to provide details on the progress of a project, to explain the reasons for accidents, delays, damage, and etc. Okay, so this is basically to report findings, provide details on the progress of a project. Okay, and the last one is to put forward ideas, to evaluate a proposal, system, or equipment, to propose a solution to a problem, to recommend improvements and action to be taken. Okay, if you have any idea that you want to share, so this can be one of the functions. The reason why you write a report, because you want to share your idea. Okay, all right. Okay, so these are the three different, what we call it, flows of information. It can be vertically, horizontally, and also radially. All right, so let's look at vertically first. It can be downward or upward. Okay, so downward basically it is prepared by people in the higher hierarchy in the organizational chart and given to people in the lower hierarchy. For example, from boss to subordinate. Okay, boss to worker. Right, upwards basically it is prepared by a lower ranking employee and given to his superior. Okay, you want to report to your boss, so you as subordinate or employer, you want to report to your boss, then that one we call it as upwards. Okay, vertically basically straight, from up to down, down to up. Okay, and then horizontally flows between levels of equal authority. It provides colleagues with information needed to carry out assignments and make decisions, coordinates performance. Okay, horizontally basically yang straight itu. Okay, so basically if you want to change your information from your department to another department, same level. Okay, or you want to provide information to your colleagues, okay, by writing a memo. This is the example, writing a memo to share some information, okay, to blast the message. Okay, and then this one we call it as horizontally. All right, and then this one is radially, internal report and also external report. Okay, so internal and external report fall under radially. Okay, it can be moved vertically or horizontally for internal reports, written by and for persons in the same organization. All right, so for external reports prepared for readers outside the enterprise, intended for stockholders, customers, government agencies, or general public. Okay, so basically the different internal and external. Internal basically you work with people in the same department. All right, see, written by for person in the same organization. Let's say if you are from one organization, you send it to you are from marketing department, you want to send report to what we call it finance department. So this one we call it as internal report. However, if you want to write a report to outsiders, for example, stockholders, customers, and so on, then we call it as external reports. So for any question, I hope you follow. Any question?
No, madam.
All right. Okay. So you, to write a so it fall under okay, and then by length, short informal report, basically less than 5 pages. In summary form, consists of introduction, body, conclusion. Okay, long formal report prepared by specialists consists of preliminary materials, body, appended parts, and so on. All right, yours is you're going to write your long report, long formal report, not short formal, informal report. Okay. Okay, what else? This one by form or format. Okay, these are all the formats of the reports. Okay, it can be letter, okay, schematic, memo, printer, progress report, what else? Problem and solution report, and so on. There are lots of types of reports. All right, okay, skip this one. And then types of report by time, it can be preliminary basically before projects comment, investigate feasibility of project. It means that before you start any project, you have done the report, the what we call it, the survey first, okay, and then after you have done the survey, and then you write the report, okay, and this one we call it as preliminary report, okay. So interim report, midterm progress, all right, midterm progress, analysis and deals with problems. And then this one, periodic report, fixed time sequence, routine in nature. Okay, and the last one is final report, basically project is completed. Yours is you are going to write a final report. Okay, and then by function, okay, it can be information report, analytical report, memo, routine, letter, eyewitness report, and so on. Okay, yours is which one? Information or analytical report? What do you think? Come on, think about it, and then let me know later. Okay, so these are the qualities of a good report. Okay, number one, unity. It must have one central purpose, and everything in the report is meant to achieve that purpose. Okay, so you're going to think about one purpose later. All right, and then clear distinction between major and minor points. Consistency in tone. Do not mix active and passive voice, formal with colloquial expression. So please be careful. Okay, so basically, report you have to write in passive voice, not active voice. Okay, all right. And then next one is clarity. Information must be clear and understandable. Use exact specific words in easily readable sentence. Okay, so basically, the information that you're going to provide letter must be clear and understandable. So how? By using simple words to explain. Okay, you don't have to use bombastic words. No need. Okay, try to make it simple as you can. Okay, simple sentence also can. You don't have to worry as long as the message is clear. All right. Okay, next is accuracy. Facts must be accurately stated. Factual information should be verified by research, investigation, or valid sources. Okay. Excuse me. Opinion or probability should be distinguished and accompanied by supporting evidence. Okay, so the what we call it, the idea or the fact that you're going to have letter in your proposal must be accurate. Okay, it must be let's say if you use someone's idea or someone's point, then you have to what we call it, you have to cite. All right, even the questionnaire as well, we have to basically the questionnaire, if possible, try to find the existing questionnaire, but you cannot copy and paste. You have to amend. Okay, you cannot adopt. You have to adapt. All right. It means that you have to edit a bit, and then you have to send it to me to verify first. Okay, and then next one is conciseness. Should be economical, transmit complete information in as few words as possible. Okay, so So this one, omit non-essential words, use simple words, direct word pattern, combine sentence elements, and so on. Okay, like I mentioned just now, please make it simple. Okay, you don't have to use bombastic word, don't use jargon words, and so on. All right. Okay. Okay, next is readability. The report should allow the reader to read with ease, right? Eliminate unnecessary long sentences, business cliches, and outdated terms. Okay, for objectivity, its content and presentation should be determined by logic rather than emotion. Denotative words should be used, or for example, direct and impersonal. Okay, and next one is completeness. Include all relevant facts, omit irrelevant information. So you don't have to put any irrelevant information. You just need to input all relevant facts only. Okay, next, good organization. It makes it easier for the reader to read and understand the content quickly. That's why you have to follow the format. We have like abstract, introduction, methodology, findings, conclusion, and so on. Okay, and then next is good presentation. So pay attention to physical appearance of the report. Must be neat, well typed, without any mistakes, and accurately bound. All right. Okay. So conducting a research, you have to identify problems, purpose, hypothesis, and objective. Okay, this one, we will discuss later, this one. And then writing a report, write the introduction part. Okay, you need to have all these things. Methodology, finding and results, as well as conclusion and recommendation. Okay, so far we are done with this. Any question? This is just what we call it, this a bit about what this report is all about. Okay, the definition of report. Okay, shall we move on to the next slide?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so please pay attention, yeah, listen carefully to this one. Okay, this is very important because after this, after I have approved your topic, then you're going to start writing your first part, which is introduction. All right, so, okay, report versus essay. Okay, so these are the similarities between report and essay. So a report is similar to an essay in that both need formal style, introduction, body and conclusion, analytical thinking, careful proofread, and neat presentation. So these are the similarity between report and essay. Okay, you are familiar with essay, but you are not really familiar with the report because most of the time before this, you are required to write an essay, not a report. Okay, so both you have to use formal style, not informal. Okay, both also including introduction, body, and conclusion. But basically, report more details. And the introduction, we have a few subheadings as well. Okay, and it is analytical report or analytical thinking where you have to find one problem and then you have to come up with the purpose and also objectives, and then you have to report everything that you have conducted. Okay, let's say you have distribute the what we call a questionnaire. After you have received the questionnaire, you have to analyze your questionnaire to present the data. Okay, and then both you need to proofread. Okay, after you have done writing your what we call it your proposal, you have to send it to your group members to check. I believe that you're going to delegate the task. Okay, you're going to delegate the task. Let's see, introduction. Okay, this student do this part. Okay, and then methodology, student B do this part. However, even though you do it separately, then you have to change. Okay, you have to combine all together, put it one as a one. Okay, and then all of you have to read, go through everything together. That one we call it as proofreading. Okay, you have to check everything, even just to make sure that you provide the correct information, sentence structure is correct, okay, grammatically correct. What else? Spelling errors. So please be careful with spelling, yeah. And then what else? There is a connection between one part to another part. Okay, so that's why you have to comment everything and go through everything together. All right, so these are the differences between report and AC. Okay, presents information, not an argument. Okay, so report basically you present information, but AC basically you can argue, you can write what we call the argument AC, but not report. Okay, it's meant to be scanned quickly by the reader. All right, so you can scan quickly. Scan mean it doesn't mean that ni bukan maksudnya you put in the printer on printer and then you scan the information. No, okay. Scan basically you scan using your eyes to get the information. Let's say if you want to know that what kind of report, okay, it's all about. You read the topic but you don't understand the topic, so you scan the first section which is abstract. It's called because basically abstract will provide all the details. Okay, basically abstract we touch a bit introduction part, methodology, your findings, your objective, and so on. Okay, so you scan mean you go straight to the abstract part and read the part. And then let's say if you want to know the materials or the references used by this writer, and then you scan straight to the reference part. Okay, to read the references. Okay, and then uses number and numbered headings and also subheadings. This is for report only, not AC. Okay, uses short, concise paragraphs and dot points where applicable. Okay, so where applicable only, not all. You have to use dot the point, dot points. Okay, and use short paragraphs. Okay, so please be careful. Uses graphics wherever possible. For example, tables, graph, illustrations. So basically, you're going to use this in findings part. Okay, needs an abstract or executive summary. Okay, this is for report only. And then does not always need references and bibliography. Okay, does not always need. Sometimes you don't need bibliography, but you need references. Basically, if you refer to any materials, of course, you need references. Okay, I think we have one more here. It's okay. It's often followed by recommendation, I guess. Is often followed by recommendation, yes. So basically report, this is the only part that you can share your idea. When you write report, this is the only part that you can share your idea. Let's say if you want to recommend something, to improve something, then this is the only part. The other part, you cannot share your idea. Okay, you have to use someone's idea and cite because someone's idea has been proven. They have conducted the research. Okay, yours, we cannot use your idea in your report. All right, okay. Okay, moving on. A report should generally include the following sections. So you need to have all these things in your report, not your proposal. Okay, title page, acknowledgement, table of contents, list of figures, terms of reference, abstract, introduction, okay, literature review, methodology, findings and discussion, conclusion, recommendations, references, and appendices. Okay. Next, okay, now let's look at introduction part. Like this one, we have like 5. I believe we have more. We take a look at this one first. Okay, background of the study, problem statement, objective of the study, significance of the study, scope and limitation. Okay, so you need to have, remember, yeah, these are the 5 things that you need to have in introductory section. Okay, so first section of the report prepares and provides readers with information on the overall background of the study conducted. Okay, helps readers focus on the issue addressed in the study, presents the preview of the whole written report. So these all of these fall under introduction. Okay, so background of the study, first element in the introduction section. Okay, so this is the first element under introduction section, this one, 1.1. Okay, right. So provides an understanding of the issue study. So you need to understand, okay, you need to know what is your issue. For example, let's take a look here. Okay, let's take a look at this. Effects of social media addiction among teenagers. So we know what is the issue from this topic.
Social media addiction.
Sorry?
Social media addiction.
Yes, this issue is about social media addiction. So you have to explain in details in your introduction part about social media addiction. Okay, next. There are three steps when writing the background of the study. Okay, general statement or statements of the fact related to the issue. Okay, more specific statements made in relation to the issue. Statements that indicate the need for more investigation. Okay, so basically this one, all right, general statement, this, you don't have to worry about this, what we call it, these terms, general statements. Okay, this is more like the elaboration. Okay, the elaboration that you're going to use or you're going to explain regarding your issue. Okay, and this one is more specific. Okay, this one basically general statement, you give a general, let's say media social addiction. So you just give what we call it general views only about social media addiction. Okay, more specific statement, basically you focus more because you want to focus on students. Okay, so you explain in details about the students, you focus more. Okay, students related to social media addiction. Okay, and this one statements that indicate the need for more investigation. Okay, you have to provide a statement why you think that you need more investigation, why this issue is very important and need more investigation. Okay, because sometimes social media addiction can affect students' mental health. Right, that's why you think it is very important to investigate this type of issue or this issue, okay, in order to prevent the students to be one of to avoid them from having this kind of problem, mental health issue. Okay, all right. Next problem statement, a single statement that defines the issue investigated in the study, usually accompanied by several other paragraphs that further describe the severity and complexity of the issue. Okay, this one I think I have the sample, the problem statement. Oh. Yeah, I have. I'm going to show you after this type of. So basically this one also, you have to make a single statement that defines the issue investigated in the study. Okay, now your issue is about what we call it social media addiction. Okay, so you have to create one statement, one complete sentence that talk about social media addiction. Right, and then after that you have to explain in details about the issue in several other paragraphs. All right, and then next you need to have the objectives of the study. Okay, contains the reasons why the study is conducted and the overall intention of the study. Okay, so the objectives of the study are, so you have to think about three, at least maximum number is three objectives, yeah. Okay, to describe about what. Let's say, for example, social media addiction. You want to investigate about the effects of social media addiction towards student. Okay, number one is the effects. Number two is to investigate how to overcome this issue. So this is just example. All right. Okay. Next is significance of the study. Justify the reason for conducting the study. You have to give the reason why you conduct the study. And then emphasizes the potential benefits that it would bring. Think of the following questions. Why is this study necessary? To whom it is important? What potential benefits may the study brings? Okay, so basically significance of the study, it's more like this study will be benefited to whom? Okay, let's say to students. So that's when students read your study, they know how to conduct their social media addiction. Okay, or let's say if they have mental health problem, when they read your research about mental health, then they know how to overcome, because your study is about how to overcome mental health problem. Okay, so you're going to list down, let's say not list down the data that you collected later. Maybe we talk about what we call it, about how to overcome the steps to overcome a mental health problem. So perhaps people who have mental health issue, when they read your what we call it, your research, they know how to overcome it. Okay, they will get some points on how to overcome the problem. All right. And then scopes and limitation indicates the direction of the study and maps out the boundaries of the study. Consider the following as the scope: the exact sample size, the duration taken for the whole study to be carried out. Hold on, yeah. All right, let's continue. Okay, this is scope and limitation. Basically, scope, how many, what we call it, respondents that you're going to have later, the exact sample size that you're going to have, and then also the duration taken for the whole study to be carried out. Okay, basically like 2 weeks to conduct the study and so on. Okay, limitations, limitation is something that what we call it, the boundaries of the study. Okay, let's say you have this is just example, yeah. Let's say if you conduct the study during PKP, okay, and it's quite hard for you to distribute questionnaire, or you want to interview few, or you want to do the observation, example only, okay, the observation, then you cannot go out, okay, you cannot go out because of the PKP. All right, and this can be one of the limitations as well. Okay, all right. And then next one is methodology. So these are all the things that you need to have under methodology part. Okay, research instrument, research respondent, research procedure, data analysis. I'm going to explain later, yeah, this one. Okay, that's all for this slide. Okay. Okay, tak apa. Okay, let's take a look here. So research instrument, basically, we have decided to use questionnaire only. Okay, not interview and not observation, because you won't have enough time for that, for other, what we call it, methods. All right, and the research respondents, you need to know who's going to be your respondents. You have to provide the details. Let's say number of them, how many respondents. Okay, how many of them, gender. Okay, let's say if you want to choose 2 faculties only, so you have to state the name of the faculties clearly, or they are from semester 3 only, so please be specified. Okay, and the research procedure, how you administer the questionnaire. Okay, this is more like how you are going to not just how you are going to conduct the survey. Okay, you, let's say you prepare the questionnaire first, and then you what we call it, you send to your friends to check. Then you have to and then you distribute through WhatsApp, and then you receive, you analyze, and it takes like 2, what we call it, 2 weeks for you to analyze. This is just example. Okay, I'm going to show you the sample after this. Okay, and then data analysis, how you're going to analyze the data. So I'm going to basically you are going to use percentage only. You don't have to run what we call it, using SPSS. Okay, because we are not going to use learn how to use SPSS. So please analyze using what we call it, frequency count into percentages only. All right. Okay. Okay. Done with this. Okay, this one tak apa, we can skip this one. This is just preliminary materials. You need to have all these things. We can go back later when you want to write your, what we call it, report, yeah, your final report. This one, tak apa, we skip this one. We take a look at this. Okay. All right, so now preparing the proposal. These are quite same with the previous slide that I showed you just now. Okay. Okay, so these are all the things that you need to have in your proposal, not the report yet. Okay, background information or introduction, problem statement, objective, significance of the study, scope or limitation of the study, previous studies, as well as methodology of the proposed study. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Okay, again, explanation about background info. Okay, it serves as a bridge that links the reader to the topic of your study. Okay, let's say, hold on. Someone asking a question? Oh, lagging, yeah. Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
Clear, madam.
Transparently.
Okay, clear. All right. Okay, so it serves as a bridge that links the reader to the topic of your study. So you can see the word bridge here. All right, so it provides info on the problem or situation that gave rise to the investigation. Okay, major questions answered through background info are: why conduct the study and what is the basic purpose behind the study. Okay, like we discussed before this, basically background, basically you have to provide all the details about your topic. Okay, let's say your title is about social media addiction, then you have to explain social media. What is social media? What is addiction? Okay, what do you mean by social media addiction? Okay, most basically from previous study, it stated how many hours students have, what we call it, have spent their time on social media. So you can explain in your background information. Okay, so how long and in depth should it be? Okay, so this largely depends upon how much information you think the reader will need to know in order to fully understand the topic being discussed. Okay, all right, next, sufficient information for readers to appreciate why the issues you are investigating are important. All right. It also depends on the degree to which you need to demonstrate to your lecturer how much you understand the research problem. Okay, providing information, background information, can effectively show that you have a clear grasp of key issues and concepts related to your study. Okay, all right. So what do you need to read or refer to? Okay, so you can refer to secondary data as well. Data taken from somebody else. For example, newspaper reports, internet articles, journal, books, previous reports, and so on. But don't forget to jot down everything, the details of the report. Okay? I mean, the time when you retrieve the information. Hold on. Okay, so the details. I mean, because this, you need to have all the information. You really need to collect all the information for your this is a proposal. This is for your portfolio. Okay, 20% portfolio. Remember, so you have to jot down everything. Time you retrieve the information. I mean, let's say you try to find a previous report, okay, a journal, let's say a journal. So you jot down, you save the journal. Number one, please save the journal. And then please jot down the date clearly when you retrieve this information or when you download this journal. Okay, and then please also keep the what we call it, the details of the writer. Okay, because you need to put it under your references list later. All right. Okay. All right. Next is, okay, this is an example. Let's say the purpose of your report is as follows: to investigate the reasons behind the rise in computer gaming addiction among teenagers. So this is the purpose, yeah. Purpose basically you need to find only one purpose. Okay, to investigate what? Let's say this one to investigate the reasons behind the rise in computer gaming addiction among teenagers. All right, so this is basically the example of background. Okay. A recent study on gaming technology, TAN 2010, shows that nearly 75% of teenagers in Singapore play computer games regularly, and the majority of them show signs of addiction. So the rise in computer gaming addiction among teenagers is a growing concern, and this study would like to find out the reasons behind the trend. So this is just the short one, okay, background of the study. All right, okay. Okay, now moving on to statement of problem. Okay, so this is the issue, yeah. It is used in research work as a claim that outlines the problem addressed by a study. It briefly addresses the question, what is the problem that the research will address? All right, so it is usually written in three parts. Okay, we have part A, which is the ideal, part B, the reality, and part C, the consequences. Okay, so we take a look at the examples straight away. Okay, number one, the ideal. Describes a desired goal or ideal situation, explains how things should be. All right, so according to the XY University mission statement, the university seeks to provide students with a safe, healthy learning environment. So dormitories are one aspect, important aspect of the learning environment, since 55% of XY students live in campus dorms, and most of these students spend a significant amount of time working in their dorm rooms. Okay, so this is an example of the ideal. Right, so the reality describe a condition that prevents the goal, state, or value in part A from being achieved or realized at this time. So explains how the current situation falls short of the goal or ideal. Okay, so however, let's look at here the example. Students living in dorms A, B, C, and D currently do not have air conditioning units, and during the hot seasons, it is common for room temperature to exceed 80 degrees. Okay, so many students report that they are unable to do homework in their dorm rooms. Others report having problems sleeping because of the humidity and temperature. The rooms are not only unhealthy, but they inhibit student productivity and academic achievement. So this one, you can see that this is basically the problem faced by students. Okay, the problems. All right, so this is the reality. The ideal is this one. This is the ideal. The ideal to have to provide students with safe, healthy learning environment. Okay. However, the reality is students, they don't have enough air conditioning units. So these are the problems that they face, okay, or they are facing. All right. And then the consequences identifies the way you propose to improve the current situation and move it closer to the goal or ideal. So let's look at the sample. So in response to this problem, so this is a problem, our study proposes to investigate several options for making the dorms more hospitable. We plan to carry out an all-inclusive participatory investigation into options for purchasing air conditioning, okay, air conditioners, and different types of air conditioning systems. Okay, it can be from university funded, student subsidized. Okay, we will also consider less expensive way to mitigate some or all of the problems noted above, such as creating climate control dorm launches and equipping them with better study areas and computer space. Okay, can you see the difference between these three paragraphs? This is how you need to write your problem statement letter. Class, are you here?
Yes, yes. Understood.
Okay, Afif. Can you share with your class, with the class? Can you explain a bit how to write problem statement? Afif, hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Ah,
First of all, we must state the problem.
next.
And second, we must justify the problem. What are the causes to the problem? And the third one is we must propose a solution for the problem of the causes of problem.
Number two is you must state the causes. Okay, all right. Thank you, Afif. Okay, so basically, okay, for example, your topic, we go back to the topic, yeah? Social media addiction. Okay, so can you guess what are the ideals that you need to put in paragraph 1 related to social media addiction? Anyone?
Come again, madam. Sangkut, sangkut.
Oh, sorry. All right. We talk about social media addiction. Okay, just now we have discussed about social media addiction. Hold on. I think let me go here. Jangan ya. Okay, is it clear now?
Okay, clear.
Okay. Okay, so basically for paragraph 1, you need to explain about the ideal. Okay, so let's say if our topic is social media addictions. So what are the ideals that you think that you need to put in paragraph 1?
Social media action. What does that mean, madam?
Social media addiction.
Okay, so the
One,
statement
social
is
media addiction. The rest, please take part as well.
so from my part,
Mm-hmm.
according to the XY University mission statement, the university seeks to provide students with a stable mental health.
Okay.
The social media addiction somehow has caused students to become depressed due to listening to sad TikTok contents.
Okay, the second sentence is more like paragraph 2.
Okay,
Okay,
go
the
ahead.
reality, the reality. Okay,
Yes.
because this is the reality, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
describe a condition that prevent the goal. Okay, so basically the idea is the goal. Describe a desired goal or ideal situation as in how things should be. Okay, so basically in part A, it is more like we are hoping that our teenagers nowadays don't have any problem with their mental health, or they don't, what we call it, they don't have this kinds of problem, social media addiction. Okay, so
Uh,
this is the goal. So the reality nowadays,
is maybe now they have spent more time on social media, then they have problem with let's say um, problem with their mental health, problem with time management. Okay, they what else? They have problem to sleep at night. Okay, so these are the reality. So the consequences basically you identify the way you propose to improve. Okay, so how you're going to improve it, the current situation, and move it closer to the goal or ideal. Like this one, we plan to carry out all an inclusive participatory investigation. So this is basically you come with your objectives. So in order to overcome this situation, we plan to carry out a study to investigate the reason why it has happened. You got what I mean? You want to know why this happened, why nowadays students spend more time on social media and become addicted. Okay,
Okay, understood.
all right. The rest, I hope you follow. Okay, next one is objectives. Specific objectives should be stated briefly and concisely. So they cover the different aspects of the problem and its contributing factors. The objectives also should be stated in operational terms or can be measured using questionnaire, etc. They should also be realistic. So this, you have to come up with 3 objectives, yeah? So how to state specific objective? Use action verb that can be evaluated. Okay, for example, action verb to assess, to identify, to find out, to determine, to investigate, to examine, to compare, to verify, to calculate, to describe, to establish. So these are all the action verbs that you can use. Okay, for example, to identify the reason why students are now facing problem with social media addiction. Okay, and then to find out, let's say what else, to describe or to compare, okay, whether female or male students spend more time on social media. Okay, so you can use all the action verbs. All right, so this is one of the examples to determine whether students are satisfied with the IT facilities provided at the library. So you have to be careful with your objectives, yeah? Okay, so this will be related to your questionnaire letter. Your questionnaire must answer all the what we call it, your objectives. Okay, all right. What else? And then moving on to the significant, okay, number 3 objective. Significance of the study, this one we also touched just now. Significance of the study provides information to the reader on how the study will contribute. It must be specifically stated, however, what the study will contribute and who will benefit from it. Okay, so you have to mention at least 2 to 3, okay, what we call it, points, yeah, 2 to 3 points, who will be benefit from it. For example, students, lecturers, and so on. Okay. Okay, what is this? This is the. Okay, let's take a look at the example straight away. Okay, so this is the example of significance of the study. The findings of the study will redound to the benefit of society, considering that mathematics plays an important role in science and technologies today. Okay, so number 1, this study can be benefit to what we call it society. Okay, so the greater demands for graduates with mathematics background justify the need for more effective life-changing teaching approaches. Thus, schools that apply the recommended approach derived from the result of the study will be able to train students better. Okay, so students also what we call it will benefit from the study, as well as school, right? Administrators will be guided on what should be emphasized by teacher in the school curriculum to improve students' performance in mathematics. For the researcher, The researcher also will benefit as well. The study will help them uncover critical areas in the educational process that many researchers were not able to explore. Thus, a new theory on learning mathematics may be arrived at. So you can see that lots of people will benefit from this study. Okay, so this what we call it as significance of the study. Okay, okay, and then okay, this is scope or limitation. So the scope of the study basically means all those things that will covered in the research project. Limitation is the term used for constraint that impact the researcher's ability to effectively study and scope of the project. Okay, so these are all the examples of research limitations. Okay, it can be sample size, sample profile, method, data collection process, equipment, time, and so on. All right. Okay, now you also need to have previous study under introduction part. Okay, a review of research and studies that have been conducted in the past around a particular research problem or questions or topic that a researcher is studying. Okay, so you need you have to find at least 5 previous journals. Okay, and those journals, the topics must be related to your topic. So you have to go through, you have to read all these journals, and then you have to write your what we call it literature review part. You don't have to write too long, like one page only enough. Okay, one page is enough. All right, and then next, methodology or procedure. Okay, methods to be used in data collection. There are few sources. Okay, survey using questionnaire, interview, and observation. But I mentioned just now, you only need to focus on questionnaire only. We're going to use questionnaire. We are not going to use interview or observation um, because of the time. We don't have enough time, yeah, to conduct interview and observation. All right, so you don't have a choice, yeah. And then the methods chosen. So basically, we use quantitative because you are going to use questionnaire. Okay, and then number and type of respondents. This one I have mentioned before. This you have to give the details of your respondent, but you don't have to. I mean, the details mean how many of them. Okay, let's say you're going to distribute to 100 respondents. Okay, so you have to write clearly 100 respondents. Okay, and then statistical application. So these are all the ways for you to to evaluate the data. You can use frequency count, percentage, mean correlation, t-test time series, and etc. But please use percentage only. Okay, frequency count or percentage only. You don't have to use mean, correlation, t-test, time series, SPSS, and so on, because we are not going to learn that things. Okay. All right. So okay, this is okay. We look at questionnaire only. So I think this one tak apalah, we are going to look at later. Okay, because this week basically I want you to focus on introduction part first. All right. Okay, this is sample. All right, the methodology sample, and this one also quite short. Yeah, 100 sets of questionnaires will be distributed to customers visiting Kalamet cafeteria located in Lendu, Alu Gajah over 3 days starting from 21st March 2019. Okay, so the questionnaires will be distributed during peak hours. The written questionnaire will then be tabulated and analyzed using frequency counts. All right. You have to pay attention a bit here. You can see that this one under introduction for methodology part, you need to write using future tense. Okay, will be distributed. Okay, see the questionnaire will be distributed. Okay, the written questionnaire will then be tabulated because in your proposal you have to use. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, can you hear me? Lagi, Ain? Lagging ke? The rest, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, transparently.
All right. So for proposal, for methodology part, please write using future tense. Okay, you have to use future tense. But when you write the report letter, under methodology part, you have to write in past tense. Okay, because it has been conducted in report, but not in your proposal. Proposal is like a plan. You don't conduct it yet. That's why you have to write it using future tense. Okay, you are not going to prepare the questionnaire yet. Okay, this is like the plan, okay, the proposal only. So that's why you have to write using future tense, but for methodology only, not introduction. All right, okay. So any question, you are done? You have any question? Okay, so today you have to come up with your topic. Okay, so far we have 10 groups, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups have decided the topics. The other 5 groups, please decide topics by today. So I'm going to open your topic by today, inshallah. Okay, maybe before our class ends. Our class ends at 1 o'clock. Okay, all right. Okay, so please discuss with your group members, come up with one topic and write it here. Okay, if I have any problem with your topic, I will let you know in the group. Okay, so that you have to amend or you have to change the topic, and if you have to change the topic, then you have to do it this week as well. Okay, perhaps this week the topic is ready, then you can start writing your first part, which is introduction part. All right. Any
All
questions
right.
to ask? I guess no question.
No questions.
All right. Okay. Okay, so we still have like 45 minutes. Please sit with your group members. Okay, discuss your topic and write it here. Okay, I'm going to check the topics that you have listed here on 5 groups. I'm going to check now. Okay, in case if you have any problem or you have any question to ask, you can text me personally or in group. Okay, before 1 o'clock. All right. Okay, so shall we call it a day for today? All right. Okay. So you don't have to stay here to save your data. Okay. If you have any problem, just text me. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. Don't forget to take your attendance.
All right, madam.
Okay. You guys may leave
All
now.
right. Thank you, madam.
Most welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
madam.
Thank you, 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 madam.